Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Harihi Om, Namaste. Welcome to session 99 of the Sundara Kandam learning series. We have completed 30 shlokas of Sarga 38. So here we saw that Kakasura troubled Rama and Sita Mata when they were in the banks of a pond, of a lake, and intent on Sita Mata's flesh, he kept chasing her. He had malicious intentions as well. So, although Rama was sleeping, he was woken up by the drops of blood from Sita Mata's Tana Bhaga, which fell on him. He woke up really angry, and then the crow did not beg for forgiveness. The crow did not look ashamed. It looked as evil and cruel intentioned as ever. And so, what did Lord Rama do? He took the darbha grass from the mat in which both Sita Mata and Rama were sitting, and then he infused the Brahmastra into the darbha grass, which he then proceeded to fling on the Asura, the crow. Then what did it do? Wherever the crow went, the darbha, the Brahmastra, followed. Okay. Ambare. It flew in the skies very fast, and the Brahmastra kept chasing Kakasura. So now let's see how the story progresses. We also saw some of the symbolism, everything in the previous class of Kakasura, of the importance of Sharanagati to Rama, and things like that also. Anusriptastada kako, Anusriptastada kako, Anusriptastada kako, Jagama vividham gatim, Jagama vividham gatim, Tranakama imam lokam, Tranakama imam lokam, Sarvam vai vichacharaha, Sarvam vai vichacharaha, Anusriptastada kako, Jagama vividham gatim, Anusriptastada kako, Jagama vividham gatim, Tranakama imam lokam, Sarvam vai vichacharaha, Tranakama imam lokam, Sarvam vai vichacharaha. The verb is vichachar together. Anusriptastada kako, Jagama vividham gatim, Tranakama imam lokam, Sarvam vai vichacharaha. Vichachara. Now the Kakasura, Vichachara means roamed, lit lakara. Okay, so Kakasura roamed everywhere. Tada, Kakaha, then the crow. Anusriptaha, Vividham gatim, Anusriptaha, one who was being followed, one who was being given chase. Vividham gatim jagama. Jagama is also a verb. Vividham gatim. To many places, jagama. He went. Okay. Loka kamaha or trana kamaha. Sorry. Trana kamaha imam. In some variations, there is loka kamaha. I think Gita Press is loka kamaha. I'm not sure. Loka kamaha means one who is desirous of a protector only. But here, very clearly in this version, we have trana kamaha, one who is desirous of safety. Okay, so loka kamaha, kakaha. Okay, imam sarvam lokam, all the worlds, vichachara, he roamed. By this also we know that he is not an ordinary crow. An ordinary crow can roam in the skies in Bhuloka, nowhere else, right? Whereas this crow went to all the lokas in search of protection. Implication is he went to Devaloka and asked his father also for protection. Sapitra cha parityaktaha, Sapitra cha parityaktaha, Surai sarvair maharishibhihi, Surai sarvair maharishibhihi, Trin lokan samparikramya, Trin lokan samparikramya, Tameva sharanam gataha, Tameva sharanam gataha, Sapitra cha parityaktaha. Sapitra cha parityaktaha. Surai sarvair maharshibhihi. Surai sarvair maharshibhihi. Trin lokan samparikramya. Trin lokan samparikramya. Tameva sharanam gataha. Tameva sharanam gataha. Together. Sapitra cha parityaktaha. Surai sarvair maharshibhihi. Trin lokan samparikramya. Tameva sharanam gataha. Sharanam gataha asit. We have to add the verb asit. Sapitra cha parityaktaha. Okay. Trin lokan samparikramya. Suraihi cha maharshibhihi cha pitra cha parityaktaha. Tameva sharanam gataha asit. Okay, that's how we must take all the words together. How does it go? We'll see. Saha kakasuraha. Trin lokan samparikramya. Having roamed over all the three lokas in search of a protector. So he was very desperate to save his life. So having went to all the three lokas, Suraihi, Sarvaihi, Maharshibhihi, Cha Pitras, Parityakshaha. Suraihi, by the Devas. Maharshibhihi, by all the Rishis. Okay, Sa Maharshibhihi or Sarvaihi Maharshibhihi, by all the Maharshis. Pitracha, and by his own father, Indra. Parityaktaha, one who was rejected. Tameva Sharanam Gataha, finally sought refuge in you. Okay, so here the basic meaning is, why did the Suras and the Maharishis and even his own father refuse to protect him? Any guesses?
What is the question, ma'am? Can you please repeat it?
Today my voice is not coming out. No, lot of too much of chanting actually since today morning. So voice is not coming out. Okay, so what I was saying is, am I audible? But by the way, overall, okay. I kept the speaker also close to me, receiver also close to me. So yeah, why did the rishis and the other devas refuse to protect Kakasura? This is a question. They could have protected. No, what would have happened? What would be the implications? Why did they refuse to protect? Aarti ji.
Ma'am, because he committed the mistake of hurting Sita Mata herself. So they knew it was wrong.
Actually, these devas are known to be quite territorial and to take the side of their own. And not all devas, not everyone believes that, wrong, right, like that. They don't think so much. They are not that filled with moral values also. So, I mean, they have a sense of right and wrong, but they do defend their own. In this case, they simply didn't. Everyone unanimously didn't. There's a very special reason for that.
Ma'am,
Tell us.
as it is Rama's Bana, once it goes without accomplishing the act, it won't come back. So all of them were afraid of that, and they didn't
Correct. That's
give
a very
protection to Kakasura.
so formidable that not only will that Bana destroy Kakasura, it will destroy anyone who comes between the Bana and Kakasura also. So Indra, Deva, Maharshi, koi bhi ho, whoever it is, that person will get destroyed if he comes and stands before the Bana. So there is something called Sansarga dosha. Dosha or sin associated with association. You are associated with the wrong person, you will perish along with the wrong person. That's why in our Acharyas keep telling, have satsangam, have satsangam. If you have dussangam, what will happen? You will also perish. So, sorry. So coming to why did they refuse to protect? Because of the Sansarga dosha. There is a very nice description of Lord Rama as given by Narada to Valmiki Maharshi in the Sankshepa Ramayana, right? I keep quoting from it. There is one of the gunas of Rama. Sorry, one of the questions asked by Valmiki to Narada, not answer given by Narada. Questions asked by Valmiki to Narada. तस्य विद्यति देवाश्च जातरोषस्य संयुगे. From whom do even the devas quail in fear as if the Pranaya Agni itself is coming and attacking them. Who is that person? Tell me such a person who is so powerful that even the devas quail before him. Okay, and from his anger, no one will be spared. His anger is such that it can burn up everyone like in Pralaya. So, who is that person who is such a source of fear? And then the answer given by Narada obviously is Rama. Okay, so here we see that apart from, after all, give up. We go to a doctor, we try all the medicines, we do alternative therapies, everything. And after that, what does the doctor say? Please pray to God. Only he can decide your lifespan. Truth. Only he can decide our lifespan, isn't it? So, who else can save but Bhagavan? So, who is the person at whose feet we must take refuge? Bhagavan. But the interesting point is, this Kakasura, we know its nature. It's cruel. It did not come to take Sharanagati in Rama's feet. Even an Asura, chased by Rama's Brahmastra and having roamed everywhere in the three lokas, when it finally came down back to Bhuloka, it literally fell from Swargaloka. You should imagine that Kakasura going and knocking on the door of Indra, going and knocking on the door of the Rishis, going and knocking on the door of all the Devas, everyone shutting the door firmly in its face and still running very, very fast, flying very, very fast away from the Brahmastra. So tired that Kakasura finally plopped back on the ground where Rama and Sita were. That's all has happened here. Kakasura has not come to Rama and said, come, please, I'm doing Sharanagati. Bhagavan is not saying, Sakrideva Prapannaya Tavasmiti Ache. That happened to Vibhishana. Here there is no intent. Vibhishana took risk to do Sharanagati. Kakasura had no option but to do it. And in his case, it was not even a direct Sharanagati. I'll explain in the next shloka why it is not so. All he did was plop on the ground in front of Lord Rama and Sita Mata. Satam nipatitam bhumau, sharanya sharanagatam, vadharhamapi kakutsthaha, kripaya paryapalayat, satam nipatitam bhumau, Sharanya Sharanagatam, Satam Nipatitam Bhumau, Sharanya Sharanagatam, Vadharhamapi kakutsthaha, Kripaya Paryapalayat, Vadharhamapi kakutsthaha, Kripaya Paryapalayat, Satam Nipatitam Bhumau, Sharanya Sharanagatam, Vadharhamapi kakutsthaha, Kripaya Paryapalayat. Okay, so Paryapalayat, saved, protected. Okay, Sharanyaha Saha Kakutsthaha. Sharanyaha means Sharana Arhaha Sharanyaha. One who is deserving of being taken refuge in. Sharanyaha does not mean one who takes refuge. One in whom refuge must be taken. Sharanyaha. So Sharanyaha Saha Kakutsthaha. See here the clan of Lord Rama is mentioned to say that this kind of daya and compassion is attributed to the dynasty, the clan rather than the individual. Everyone in that Kakutstha Vamsha is known to be such a dayavan. So Sharanyaha, such a person who is fit for being taken refuge in. Sharanagatam, Bhumau Nipatitam. See here it says very clearly, Bhumau Nipatitam. He had fallen dabar on the ground, that's all. He has not come deliberately, flown to Rama, made one graceful bow at his feet and said, save me, O Lord. No tears in his eyes, nothing. Crow is just flat. Okay, why is the crow flat? Exhausted, powerless, the crow is flat. No other alternative. One who unleashed the Brahmastra, maybe there is a chance that the guy may take it back. So come, let's fall at his feet. Or rather, not fall deliberately at his feet. Fall down and say, I give up types in front of the Lord. After that, it is up to you. There is no repentance. There is no Sharanagati really. He is just fallen. Bhumau nipatitau. But Sharanagatam vadharhamapi. One who has sought refuge, vadharhamapi, even though he deserves to be killed, Kripaya Paryapalayat. You saved his life. Okay, Kripaya, out of compassion, saved his life. So here there is a bit of a underlying meaning as to who showed Kripa, who took Sharanagati. Okay, we see that Sita Mata later also, in the case of the Rakshasis, out of her compassion, spares their lives. Correct? The one who was genuinely compassionate here, was it really Lord Rama? Is the question we must ask. We've heard discourses by Purvacharyas, we've heard discourses by Anantarama Dikshitar, where they have said the crow simply fell at Lord Rama's feet. You know how it fell? With the feet pointing towards Lord Rama and the beak pointing in the opposite direction. Sita Mata, out of compassion, lifted the crow's upper body, moved it towards Rama and said, see, he's taken Sharanagati. Now Rama had no option. And the crow was so dead to the world, the crow did not squawk or did not caw and say, yeah, I've taken Sharanagati. The crow was simply silent. And then it is Rama who, out of compassion induced by Sita Mata's benign presence. So where Sita Mata is, compassion is the quality of the Lord, because she is only Daya. That is one of the names of Lakshmi Devi is only Daya, isn't it? Why is she Daya? Lord Vishnu, whether he shows Daya or not, the Daya in him is her only. So here when she says Kripaya, out of grace, out of Daya, when he Paryapalit, when he protected the Kakasura, the one who actually did the act of protection is Sita Mata. But is she saying any of that here? She's keeping quiet, see, because she's reminding the incident to Lord Rama. When she does so, she doesn't want to say, hey, I only turned the crow, then you only gave protection to the crow, like that and all. She's not talking. She's talking in a very, very refined and elegant sort of way. You protected the crow out of your compassion, oh Rama. Both Rama and Sita know that the compassion is hers only. But by pointing out like this, Hanuman will, if Hanuman goes and says this, Rama will be doubly guaranteed it is only Sita Mata. Any other lady would have said, hey, you cruel man, I was the one who turned the crow to you, and therefore you gave protection to the crow, and therefore, see, we showed Daya, both of us showed Daya, they'll want to take credit. But it is Sita Mata, no such credit. Direct attribution of the good deed to Lord Rama. The moment Rama hears it, he will know. This has been told by Sita Mata only. Nobody else could have told. No other Gandharva. If somebody else was watching the scene, I'll give another explanation as to why. If some Gandharva or some Siddha or Charana was watching this scene and they had told this to Hanuman in a bid to, give a false account, then they would have said, the Kakasura fell at your feet, Sita Mata turned the Kakasura, and then you only gave compassion, you only saved the crow. By saying this, Rama would have felt definitely there's an external witness or an external agency involved. Here, because this dialogue was made in this particular way, Rama is doubly guaranteed. None else but Sita Mata could have told it. Everybody's clear with it? Why it is so? Although the compassion was Sita's, the act was not taken credit by her. She did not take credit of the act. Instead, she simply told, you saved the crow. Now Rama knows it is Sita who told it. Therefore, so we see, you saved the crow. So the other dhwani there is, you, vadharham is the word which gives us that meaning. See, the crow had committed a terrible apachara, terrible offense. It had attacked Sita Mata, the beloved of Lord Rama, and his bhakta who had taken refuge in him. When the Bhagavan's bhakta who had taken refuge in him is attacked by somebody, if they take refuge in Rama, then even then they are forgiven, is the meaning. If that is the case, what offense have I committed? I committed one offense. I spoke very harsh words to Lakshmana. I committed one Bhagavat apachara. Now I am taking refuge with your feet. Shouldn't I be saved? Is the dhwani. Sita Mata's dhwani. She is asking, I committed an offense. So now that I have surrendered at your feet, what other resort do I have but you? Shouldn't you save me? Is the implied question in this story. By telling the story, she's not merely praising Lord Rama, okay, but she is also appealing for help by saying help to her is fair and justified. Even though he is Vadharha. He is Vadharha simply because he caused physical harm. Whereas I inflicted harm with my words. Despite that, physical harm with words, even if you take both as equal, if you saved Kakasura, shouldn't you save me? Okay, so that is the other dhvani. So there are two implications of this very, very innocuous looking shloka. Carries within it both things that, she does not take credit for the daya. And the second thing is, don't I deserve protection? I hope the second layer of the meaning is also clear. Now we'll move forward. न शर्म लब्ध्वा लोकेषु न शर्म लब्ध्वा लोकेषु. Here there is no chandas. न शर्म लब्ध्वा लोकेषु. Labdhvan, I think I dragged it in the recording. I don't remember. It's been a while since I did the recording. न शर्म लब्ध्वा लोकेषु शरणं गतः. न शर्म लब्ध्वा लोकेषु शरणं गतः. परिद्यूनं विवर्णञ्च सतमायान्तमब्रवीत्. I would have said, na kaschit sharma labdhvatu, then chandas would have come. Na kaschit sharma labdhvatu lokeshu sharanam gataha, I could have said. Okay, na kutrachit, sorry. Na kutrachit sharma labdhvatu lokeshu sharanam gataha parityunam. But then he shouldn't add words to Ramayana. So assume that we don't have a word there. I don't think any other edition also has any other words. Nothing, no? It's a arsha, through annals of time, this is how it is. So we will not change anything. Na sharma labdhva lokeshu sharanam gataha. இல்லடா ஒன்னும் எழுதிக்க வேண்டாம், எக்ஸ்ட்ரா எதுவும் எழுதிக்காதீங்க. நான் சொன்ன வேர்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் என்னோட ஒரு ராமாயணம். So please write only what
it is not there in the book. It is not there.
Correct, nothing is there in the book. Whatever is there in the book, read that only. I am just supplying 2 words for making the chandas right, but we should not supply like that. Just to explain the meaning, I added it. That's all. Na sharma labdhva lokeshu sharanam gataha. Na sharma labdhva lokeshu sharanam gataha. Thank you. Paridyunam vivarnancha satamayantam abravit. Abravit is one of the, is the verb. 1 minute. Lokeshu na sharma labdhva. Lokeshu na in all the worlds. See, Kakasura went to all the worlds. So Lokeshu, in all the worlds. Sharma means happiness. Here in this case, succor, relief. Okay. Na labdhva, not having attained. Who? Kakasura. Sharanam gataha. Saha. Paridyunam vivarnancha ayantam tam abravit. Okay, Sharanam Gataha, one who had fallen at your feet. Saha refers to now. Sharanam Gataha, full stop. Okay, one sentence is, I'll explain again. Lokeshu Sharmana Labdhva Sharanam Gataha. First sentence over. There are 2 sentences in this. It's not very elegant, but this is how it is. First sentence is, Na Sharma Labdhva, Lokeshu Na Sharma Labdhva Sharanam Gataha. Kaha Kakasuraha. First sentence over. Second sentence. Saha. Here Saha refers to Ramaha. Okay, second half of the shloka, the karta is Rama. Saha. Paridyunam vivaranam ayantam tam abravit. He spoke. Abravit. He spoke. Who spoke? Rama spoke. Now Rama is speaking words to the crow. The other words which are in Vidya Vibhakti are adjectives for the crow. What are they? Paridyunam, which means Kshina Samarthyam, one who is very, very weak, one who has lost his capability to fly, to think, to do anything. Kshina Samarthyam, Paridyunam. Then Vivaranam, tail. Now, if you ask, how can a black crow look pale? The point is, it simply looks, you should imagine its eyes rolling up in its sockets and it looking, therefore, figuratively pale. Okay. Ayantam tam, one who had reached him. Okay. Tam abravit, he spoke these words. Who? Rama spoke these words. Okay. So, the Kakasura, again we must supply a dialogue here, or we must supply a silent dialogue here. Kakasura is completely out. He's fallen at the feet. He's not even opening his eyes properly. This Sharanagati is not, oh, I have taken refuge at your feet. Those who are coming for Haigrava Stotra class will know. There are 6 aspects of Sharanagati. Is he doing any of those? Nothing. Is he even saying, oh, Ramo Ham Prapadye? Is he saying, Ramah Sharanam Gataha Ham? Ramam Sharanam Gataha Ham? Nothing is saying. He is not opening his mouth. He is not even making eye contact. But Rama, out of his compassion, is assuming that he has taken Sharanagati. Therefore, asking for protection from that Brahmastra. Is it ever possible for the Brahmastra? So the implied dialogue is, oh Rama, please save me from the Brahmastra. No one else but you who are Bhagavan can save me from the Brahmastra. If you don't save me, who will? Nobody else dares to even come in between you and me and the Brahmastra. So, please save me. This dialogue has to be implied. So now Rama is replying in reply to the implied dialogue. Okay. Is there a case where the Brahmastra can ever work without, reaching its target? Never. So Rama is going to propose an alternate target. Mogham kartum na shakyantu, mogham kartum na shakyantu, brahmamastram taduchyata, brahmamastram taduchyata, hinastu dakshinaakshitvat, hinastu dakshinaakshitvat, chara ityathaso bravit, chara ityathaso bravit. Actually, Twachara is one word, so I should not break it like that. I'd rather say it as Hinastu Dakshinakshi Twachara Ityathaso Bravit. Without breaking, we should tell. Because Twachara is one word. Twat Chara Bolke, we should not break. Twat Shara we can say, but even then it is not elegant. We should say the whole word together. Twachara. Mogham kartum na shakyantu brahmamastram taduchyata. Mogham kartum na shakyantu brahmamastram taduchyata. Hinastu dakshinakshittvachara ityathaso bravit. Hinastu dakshinakshittvachara ityathaso bravit. Together once. Mogham kartum na shakyantu brahmamastram taduchyata. Hinastu dakshinakshittvachara ityathaso bravit. Again. Mogham kartum na shakyantu brahmamastram taduchyata. Hinastu dakshinakshittvachara ityathaso bravit. Abravit spoke. Brahmamastram mogham kartum na shakyam asit. The Brahmastra, mogham kartum means to go in vain. Okay. Na shakyam, it's not possible. So Rama says it is not possible for the Brahmastra to go in vain. Okay. 2. But tat uchyatam, it may be so. It may be said. Atha, then, ityatha is coming from there. Atha, then, tvacharaha, dakshinakshi hinastu. Now, this is the dialogue spoken by the crow. Please understand there are 2 dialogues here. The first dialogue is Ramamastram mogham kartum na shakyam. Apni Rama is telling. The crow is replying to, but taducyatam, it may be said or it may be done. Atha, then, tvacharaha, your arrow. So whose arrow is it? Rama's arrow. Correct? Tvacharaha, Rama's arrow, your Brahmastra, dakshinakshi hinastu. May it take away my right eye. Here also hinastu is also a verb. May it take away, may it be blinded. Iti. Saha abravit. So the crow spoke. So there are 2 kartas. First sentence is spoken by Rama, second sentence by Kakasura. Kakasura pleads that may it take away my right eye. ततस्तस्याक्षिकाकस्य हिनस्ति स्म सदक्षिणम् दत्त्वा सदक्षिणं नेत्रं प्राणेभ्यः परिरक्षितः ततस्तस्याक्षिकाकस्य हिनस्ति स्म सदक्षिणम् दत्त्वा सदक्षिणं नेत्रं प्राणेभ्यः परिरक्षितः टुगेदर ततस्तस्याक्षिकाकस्य हिनस्ति स्म सदक्षिणम् दत्त्वा सदक्षिणं नेत्रं प्राणेभ्यः परिरक्षितः आसीत् स्म is one verb, was आसीत् was सः ततः he then Rama then he is Rama तस्य काकस्य दक्षिणम् अक्षि right eye हिनस्ति third हिनस्ति स्म he took it out सः दक्षिणत्वा प्राणेभ्यः परिरक्षितः. There is again a very nice Slesha Alankara in this sentence. I'll explain. First sentence, I hope it's clear. Saha dakshinam kakasya dakshinam akshi hinasti sma. Saha Ramaha kakasya of the crow dakshinam akshi right eye hinasti sma he took away. First sentence. Second sentence. Dakshinam dattva saha dakshinam netram dattva saha dakshinam dattva saha प्राणेभ्यः परिरक्षितः सः दक्षिणं नेत्रं दत्त्वा प्राणेभ्यः परिरक्षितः सॉरी सः दक्षिणं नेत्रं दत्त्वा प्राणेभ्यः परिरक्षितः सः काकासुरः दक्षिणं नेत्रं दत्त्वा having given his right eye प्राणेभ्यः of his prana of his life from his life Paririkshitaha, from being taken away, from his life being taken away, Paririkshitaha, he protected. Okay. I read it without the netram and saw the Slesha Alankara. It is not there. It is directly the crow actually the crow giving up its right eye and thereby saving its prana, saving its life. Okay, I hope the meaning is clear. Saha dakshinam netram dattva pranebhyah paririkshitah. There are Patha Vedas where there is no netram. I've seen in the commentary. Saha dakshinam dattva sa dakshinam pranebhyah paririkshitah. Iti some books have it. There the meaning is the Kakasura gave his eye as an offering, dakshina, and thereby saved his prana. That was what I was referring to. But in this version, it is very clear. It's a direct statement of what happened only. There is no Slesha in the sentence. I hope it's clear. I hope there is no confusion. Clear, no? Okay. Next shloka. Saramaaya namaskritva राज्ञे दशरथाय च विसृष्टस्तेन वीरेण प्रतिपेदे स्वमालयम् स रामाय नमस्कृत्वा राज्ञे दशरथाय च राज्ञे दशरथाय च विसृष्टस्तेन वीरेण प्रतिपेदे स्वमालयम् Together. स रामाय नमस्कृत्वा राज्ञे दशरथाय च विसृष्टस्तेन वीरेण प्रतिपेदे स्वमालयम् Pratipede, he reached. Who reached Kakasura? Saha Ramaya Ragye Dasharathaye cha namaskritva Saha Kakasuraha Ramaya namaskritva, having offered his prostrations to Rama who saved his life, and having offered his prostrations to Dasharatha, the Raja. Then Tena Virena Visrishtaha, Tena Virena, by that brave warrior who Rama, Visrishtaha, one who was permitted to leave, Swam Alayam, his dwelling in Devaloka, Pratipede, he reached. So here, there are some points which are being implied by this shloka. First thing we all can understand, Rama saved his life by taking his right hand. So he bowed to Lord Rama. Taking his permission, he went to Swargaloka, back to his place, having learned a lesson. So why should he bow to Dasharatha? It's the first question. I'm sure some of you have thoughts. Why do you think he should bow to Dasharatha? Don't worry, it'll be quite obvious also. Huh? Tell Rajni.
Ma'am, it's obvious without Dasharatha, Rama would not be there, no, ma'am.
So that compassion is because of
Father.
father. So you gave birth to such a compassionate, humane king. See, the use of the Raja must be very carefully noted. Malmiki Maharshi does not use words badly, wrongly, or without meaning or without intent. So when he says Raja, what is the dharma of a Raja? To protect Praja. Are all Praja always good? Are all children always good? No. Do all children commit offenses? Some even adharmic? Yes. So whose job is it to forgive, forget, and to correct Raja? Rama has done the Shasanam. Rama has done the correction. He's taken away the right time. It's not like Kakasura did not pay a price. He paid a price. Punishment was meted out. But at the same time, the life was spared. This is exactly how a king should work. Whether it is to a humble crow or whether it is to any wrongdoer, punishment must be given. Okay. But at the same time, compassion must be at the root of any transaction. Okay. So here, one meaning is because Dasharatha is the king who has instilled these qualities of compassion in Rama, that he is being worshipped, he is being bowed to. Second meaning is given by Tilaka, Ramayana Tilaka. Even the first meaning is from Ramayana Tilaka only. Rajaji, please ask.
Ma'am, but crow is considered to be the ancestors also, no, ma'am. Is it the same thing? Because Dasharatha has passed away at that time.
No, here the crow is not taken to be a pitra of Rama, because very clearly the origin from Indra's ancestry is very clearly mentioned. So here it is not taken as a pitra. So that is not the way Rama, because it's very clearly told also that he is Indra's son. So he is not taken as a representative of the Pitras. And the reason why Dasharatha is being bowed to is because of the compassion shown by Rama. Second meaning I will get to. It is said that, see, where is his Swasthanam Swamalayam? Indraloka, right? Devaloka. Who is he? Indra's son. Now, it is said that Dasharatha, this also Ramayana Tilaka says, it is said that Dasharatha, after he gave up his body, okay, due to, on account of grief, separation from Rama, did not want to go into lokas where he was not able to see Rama. He wanted to go to a loka where he could see Rama and keep rejoicing in Rama. That was Dasharatha's. For Dasharatha, Rama is truly, Rama. Rama is the one who captivates, right, the mind. So Rama is truly that for Dasharatha. So Dasharatha cannot even think of being without Rama. So he wanted to be in Swargaloka, from where he could see Rama and his deeds. In Swargaloka, he happened to come across this Kakasura. There are stories, you can say also that it is Kakasura was acting very prideful, and therefore Dasharatha wanted to teach a lesson and said, my son is there. That is one backstory that some people attribute. Another backstory that some people attribute is when the Kakasura was going for protection, requesting for protection in Devaloka and not finding it anywhere. Everyone just shut the door. Dasharatha, before shutting the door, told, go fall at the feet of the person who unleashed the Brahmastra. He will definitely protect you. At least somebody gave him hope. Who gave him hope? Dasharatha. Therefore, he bowed to Dasharatha because Dasharatha directed him to Rama to take Sharanagati. So here Dasharatha was the guru for the Kakasura. Even for Kakasura, a guru can save. Okay, so Dasharatha being the guru, he bows to him. Okay, so then Samalayam Pratipede, he went to his place. Interesting point now, Ramayana Shromani Bhashyakara says, because this right I went away for the crow. Not only did Kakasura get punished, but the entire race of crows, species of crows have got punished because they are blind in the right eye. Why are crows blind? We say no. Actually, they're not really blind. They have this squintish vision. No crow looks at you straight in the eye. Why is it blind in one eye? Some do say they are blind in one eye. So why is it blind in one eye? Because of this arrow of Lord Rama, which took away Kakasura's right eye. I don't know if people, if you have small children, you would have read stories on why did the zebra get its stripes? Why did the camel get its hum? Why did the leopard get its spots? There are ladybird tales like these, which quote from African folk tales, which quote from South American folk tales and things like that. We should have one story which quotes from the Ramayana. Why did the crow become one-eyed? Why is the crow one-eyed? Then we should tell this whole story and say, do not trouble others, be good, be kind. There's a moral value also in that story. And Ladybird also can make it, very colorful and with good illustrations for children. And it actually will teach our values also to children. Harika ji, your hand.
Ma'am, the first meaning that you said as to why Kakasura bowed to Dasharatha is because of the compassion. But instead, with the previous shloka, if I see, Sita Mata said the compassion is right in the Kakutsa clan. So normally, Kakasura should also have used the same as bowing to the entire clan. Why is it only Dasharatha here?
Okay, although a person may belong to this, answer to this is very intrinsic to our Sanatana Dharma itself. We should have this understanding. We may belong to a super family. Okay, we may all belong to very good kulas, which are known for their charity, their good work, their knowledge, their dharma, and things like that. But if the father is bad, the son will not get the traits. It is the father who is the guru of the child. So the father shows by example how to uphold the values of the kula. Okay, so the father is being the Pradhana Guru of Rama here, he is bowed to. So there are two ways in which Dasharatha becomes Guru. One is Rama's Guru. Second is Kakasura's own Guru. Both these Guru points are being pointed out by Ramayana Tilaka somehow seems to be, not somehow, I mean that seems to be the train of thought. He sees Hanuman as Guru, he sees Sita Mata as Guru. Now he is seeing Dasharatha as Guru, how he has guided both in the correct way. That is why. So father always gets the credit.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Yeah. Then the feminists among us will ask, what about the mothers? Okay, fathers getting credit. What about the mothers? Mothers should also get credit. No. Yes, they should get credit. When it comes to matters of Veera, when it comes to matters of war and things like that, it is the father. When it comes to any kind of compassion, any kind of honesty, any kind of good behavior, good attitude shown in any other field, usually it's also the mother. Here, mother could have also been mentioned because Daya is after all a feminine trait. So she could have also been mentioned, not wrong at all. We can also consider that it's implied. Dasharatha includes his wives. So Dasharatha includes Kausalya Mata. That way also we can take it. This is not there in any commentary, but these points we always think, why is the father getting credit, why is the mother not getting credit? Mother credit is implied. If you read the earlier parts of Ramayana, you will know how important the mother is. Where Kausalya Mata, before sending to the forest, Rama does not even leave without taking her permission. Although he has been ordered by his father and he has completely accepted his father's dictum, he spends so much time convincing her. And her point of view is, if you are going, let me come with you. And then the discussion between both of them is how a Patni's dharma is to her husband. He says, you have to take care of the kingdom, you have to take care of my father, so you please be here. This logic Sita Mata uses later to say, then my dharma is to come with you. Okay, so it's essentially how the previous generation behaves. We look at that and learn. So fully, and then when she sends him also, she sends him with, so many blessings. That is what that Yanmangalam Sahasrakshe, Sarvadeva Namaskute, all those which we read, in the concluding shlokas. Those 5 of those verses are all Kausalya Mata's benediction to Lord Rama. Go safely. May you always be safe. May you always be happy. That is why any birthday is there, you can actually tell these shlokas to your son or daughter. You be safe. You be happy. You be protected. You can chant this just because it's like how Kausalya Mata chanted it to her child. We can chant it to our children. I will definitely mentally chant it thinking of my children when I do chant the concluding shlokas. So definitely think of, the attitude here is, may good always happen. May good always happen. Okay, so I'll move forward. Matkrite kakamatre tu brahmastram samudiritam brahmastram samudiritam kasmatyo mam haritvattah shamasetam mahipate Matkrite kakamatre tu brahmastram samudiritam Matkrite kakamatre tu brahmastram samudiritam kasmatyo mam haritvattah shamasetam mahipate together. Matkrite kakamatre tu brahmastram samudiritam kasmadyo mam haritvattah shamasetam mahipate. Remember, she's talking to Rama directly, right? She's addressing him as you and she's recounting. So now she's asking, Kasmat Shamase, how do you forgive him? Let's see. Shamase, will you forgive? Let's see. Mahipate, O Lord of the earth. Sita Mata is addressing Lord Rama as O Lord of the earth. Matkrite kakamatre brahmastram samudiritam. Matkrite, on account of me. Kakamatre, on just a crow. Matra means just a, lesha, that only. Okay. Kakamatra, on a humble crow. Brahmastram, the big Brahmastra, samudiritam, one who released. Tvattaha mam yaha aharat. Aharat is also a verb. Aharat means kidnapped, abducted. Tvattaha, from you. Mam, me. Yaha, one who. Aharat, kidnapped. So one who kidnapped me from you. Tam Ravanam. Kasmat kshamase. How will you forgive him? I'll explain the meaning again. On my account, on a mere crow, you unleashed the Brahmastra, O Lord of the earth. You are capable of such action. And now, Tvattaha, from you, okay, Mam Yaha Aharat, me, one who abducted. Who? Ravana. Tam Ravanam. Kasmat Kshamase. How can you forgive him? Okay, so she now directly asked this question. What she implied in the earlier question, in the earlier statement, she directly comes out and says, how can you forgive him? Sakurushva mahotsahaha kripa mainarshabha Tvayanathavati nath Hyanatha iva drishyate Sakurushva mahotsahaha kripa mainarshabha Sakurushva mahotsahaha कृपां मयि नरर्षभ त्वया नाथवती नाथ ह्यनाथा इव दृश्यते त्वया नाथवती नाथ ह्यनाथा इव दृश्यते together सकुरुष्व महोत्साहः कृपां मयि नरर्षभ त्वया नाथवती नाथ ह्यनाथा इव दृश्यते सकुरुष्व महोत्साहः कृपां मयि नरर्षभ त्वया नाथवती नाथ ह्यनाथा इव दृश्यते कुरुष्व दृश्यते two verbs kurushva you may do drishyate appear narashabha he narashabha o bull among men saha mahotsahah mayi kripam kurushva saha mahotsahah with great enthusiasm one with great enthusiasm mayi kripam kurushva please show compassion towards me also. She's calling him one with great enthusiasm here. Enthusiasm to be equated with love. One who has so much love for me, one who is so eager to protect me. As you showed eagerness in the previous case, now also you're eager to protect me. Correct? So, Mahotsahaha, Mai Kripam Kurushva. Show compassion to me. He Natha, O Lord, Tvaya Nathavati, by you one who is protected. Anatha, Iva Drishyate, I appear like I am a destitute. So there are three Nathas here. One is what she addresses him as, Ye Natha, O Lord. Here the meaning of Natha is Lord and Master. Okay, Tvaya Nathavati, by you, one who has a Natha. What does that mean? Nathavati means one with Natha. Who is the Natha? Rama. One who has a protector. By you, because of your presence, I have a protector. Who is that? You. But how do I appear? Hyanatha eva, as if I am anatha, as if I am a destitute, as if I do not have a protector. Drishyate. This is how I appear. I hope the meaning is clear. One who has her Lord in Bhagavan. How can such a person who always has a Lord appear as if without a protector? Very, very speaking question. We must all think like this. When we have troubles and we pray to Bhagavan, this is what we should say. So all of us are females, so we can directly say this. Tvaya nathavati, he natha, tvaya nathavati, anatha iva, drishyate katham. You should ask Bhagavan like this. You understand? This is your prayer to Bhagavan and my prayer to Bhagavan. If you are ever troubled in life and you want to ask him soundly why he is not protecting you, this is how you should demand from him. Hey Natha, O Lord and Master of my Lord and Master. Tvaya Nathavati, you are my Lord and Master. Okay. How can, when you are there, how can I appear anatha iva drishyate? How can I appear like an anatha? This dialogue exactly you should put to Bhagavan and ask. Sita Mata has showed us the way. Remember, okay, whenever trouble comes, directly ask Bhagavan like this. Let us see how he doesn't respond. Didn't he respond to Sita Mata? He will respond to us also. But ask. It is our job to ask. If we don't ask and we fall like Kakasura, Sita Mata has to come and turn her head, do Sharanagati properly, all that we have to do. But if we have a mouth in our body and we have a mind that has learned this, we are not an animal. We are a thinking human being. When we have learned this, we must use it. Okay, see, these are secret Brahmastras in Sundarakandam. Tells us what we must do when we need help. Ask the Lord. Don't be without asking the Lord. Don't think, don't test the Lord. Don't say the Lord knows everything. He will protect me. Why should I ask him? If he doesn't help, that means he's not there. If he doesn't help, that means he's bad. If he doesn't help, that means he's cruel. Don't even think like that. If you had a problem, won't you directly go and tell your mother? Will you be sitting and waging a silent battle with your mother? Ever? Other people we may wage silent battles with. But with mothers, do we ever wage silent battles? Think about it. No. With mothers and fathers, what do we do? Fathers also we may not worry. We may worry a little, but even there, we tell directly. Parents, we tell directly. If you have a problem, we don't carry a grudge. That is why relationships between siblings can get broken. Relationships between various relatives in various ways can get broken. But with parents, no, extremely difficult to break. Extremely, unless there is some major adharma that has happened, the relationship will never break because we don't keep things to ourselves, both sides. Here also, like this, openly we should ask, Ana, he Natha, Tvaya Nathavati, Aham Katham Anatha iva drishyate. You should ask like this, and Bhagavan will come. Okay, so now we come to the next shloka. Nrishansyam paro dharmaha. Now she's teaching dharma. She's dharma sahacharini. As I was yesterday, I was teaching one child who is dyslexic how to read Ramayana. So he cannot read. So we just completed Sita Kalyanam, which is why my voice is so strained because of repeating 10, 15, 20 times till he gets it. But the benefit is, even if the child can't read, he memorizes. So 15, 20 times if I tell a line, he'll memorize it off. But so many times I have to tell. In that, the word which Dasharatha uses for, why did I tell that? Because the word which Dasharatha uses for Sita Mata when he gave her in marriage is Saha Dharmacharita. Your Dharmachari. She will follow you in Dharma. So next shloka is exactly about pointing out what is Dharma. Sita Mata never rests on that. She always does her duty. So now she's going to point out Rama's Dharma. Okay. Andrishansyam paro dharmaha. Andrishansyam paro dharmastvatta eva maya shrutaha. Tvatta eva maya shrutaha. Janami tvam mahaviryam. Janami tvam mahaviryam. Mahotsaham mahabalam. Mahotsaham mahabalam. Andrishansyam paro dharmastvatta eva maya shrutaha. Andrishansyam paro dharmastvatta eva maya shrutaha. Janami tvam mahaviryam. Mahotsaham mahabalam. Janami tvam mahaviryam. Mahotsaham mahabalam. Together. Andrishansyam paro dharmastvatta eva maya shrutaha. Janami tvam mahaviryam. Mahotsaham mahabalam. One more shloka, next shloka, and then we'll do the Anvaya. Although Janami is here. Aparaparamakshobhyam. Aparaparamakshobhyam. Gambhiryaat sagaropamam. Gambhiryaat sagaropamam. Bhartaram sa samudraya. Bhartaram sa samudraya. Dharanyavasavopamam. Dharanyavasavopamam. Aparaparamakshobhyam gambhiryaat sagaropamam. Aparaparamakshobhyam gambhiryaat sagaropamam. Bhartaram. 1 minute. Bhartaram sa samudraya. Dharanya vasavopamam. Dharanya vasavopamam. Together. Aparaparamakshobhyam gambhiryaat sagaropamam. Bhartaram sa samudraya. Dharanya vasavopamam. Now let's see the thing. The Anvaya comes from Janami in the previous sentence. Previous shloka. Take the Janami there. I know. Andrishamsyam param dharmaha. Okay, 1 minute. Let's go back to the previous shloka. That way we can do the Anvaya from there. Janami is the word. Andrishamsyam dharmaha maya tvattaha eva shritaha. From you only I have heard that Andrishamsyam, kindness, compassion, is a paramo dharma, is an important dharma. You only have told me, O Rama, that being kind and compassionate is the greatest dharma. Okay. Tvattaha eva maya shritaha. From you only I have heard. Tvam mahaviryam mahotsaham mahabalam. Tvam, you, mahaviryam, very, very valorous. Mahotsaham, full of enthusiasm, full of ability, vigor. Mahabalam, strong, mighty. Apara param akshobhyam. Apara param. Apara param, not seeing the param, boundless. Akshobhyam, unagitated. Okay, aparaparam means boundless. Akshobhyam means unagitated. You cannot be ruffled like the sea. Aparaparam akshobhyam, we will say for a calm sea. The sea which looks unagitated and you can't see the end of that sea. Like that, Rama is akshobhyam, unagitated. Gambhiryat sagaropamam. In his depth also, he is like the ocean. So she is driving a upama or a comparison with the ocean in Lord Rama. What are the 2 points of comparison? One is unagitated, boundless. You can't see the end of it. And the second is Gambhiryam, the depth. Okay. Sasamudrayaha dharanyaha bhartaram vasavopamam. Sasamudrayaha dharanyaha. Of the earth with all its seas. Okay, Sashti Vibhakti. Of the earth with all its seas. Bhartaram, its Lord and Master, like Vasavopama, like Vasava, like Indra. You are the Lord of the earth and seas, like Indra. I know, she's saying. So very subtly she has pointed out his dharma. What is the dharma? First is Andra Shamsyam, compassion to your dependents, to people who depend on you is your paramo dharma. You yourself have said it. Okay. If you argue that you have compassion but not the ability, in the next sentence she says, you have everything that it takes. You are Mahotsaha, Mahabalaha, Mahaviryaha. You are like the ocean in your power, strength, and unagitated ability to act. Depth. Such a person like you, what is holding you back? So the Slesha here is the unsaid question. What is holding you back? Okay, it's not been said. She's not asking. Katham na agatam. She's merely implying. You know that Andra Samsim is Paramo Dharma. So pointing out Dharma first. Always now we should see what is the goal, what is the purpose, what is the Dharma. Dharma is Andra Samsim. You know it. To follow the Dharma, do you have the ability? More than enough. If you have the ability and you know the goal, why don't you do it? This is how we ask our children. No? You have to pass the exam. You know there is so much to study. So why are you not studying? Exactly like that. In our case, he will shout and say, why are you not studying? Why are you not doing? But in the case of Sita Mata, no nagging. No question directly asked. Simply implied. Okay, and Rama is smart enough to know the answer. Know the question being asked. एवमस्त्रविदां श्रेष्ठः एवमस्त्रविदां श्रेष्ठः सत्यवान् बलवानपि किमर्थमस्त्रं रक्षस्सु किमर्थमस्त्रं रक्षस्सु न योजयति राघवः न योजयति राघवः. This is a question to Hanuman, not to Rama. Please note. You'll think, Amma, why is he not fighting? She didn't ask that to Rama. She's now inquiring from Hanuman. Why has he not done it? Don't get confused. I know many of you have understood the meaning of this. You would have wondered. Last shloka only in a very polished way, she did not nag Rama. But if the question goes to Rama as is, there is no nagging. The question is being asked to Hanuman. Okay, what is she asking? Now no longer is she talking to Rama. Okay, let's see. Rakavaha. The yojayati does not use. Raghava na yojayati does not use. Raghavaha, Rama, evam astravidam sreshtaha. In this way, he is the supreme among those who know the use of astras. See, Kakasura in one Darbhagras, he got the Brahmastra. Such a powerful man. Evam astravidam sreshtaha. He is also Satyavan. He is always true to his vows. Even if the Kakasura fell at his feet without even meaning to do surrender, he protected it because he has taken an oath. So for him, that Satyam is most important. Protect. He is also Balavan. Balavanapi. Rakshasu astram kimartam na yojayati. To these Rakshasas, why does he not unleash or use an astra? Why has he not done so far? Okay, so this is the question asked by Sita Mata to Hanuman. We will try to do one more shloka before closing for today. She just continues in the same train. Nobody can stand before Rama. So here, please note, this is not a direct dialogue to Rama. 43rd was a dialogue to Hanuman. Next to 44, continues to Hanuman. Nanaganapi gandharva, nanaganapi gandharva, nasuranamarudganaha, nasuranamarudganaha, Ramasya samare vegam, Ramasya samare vegam, Shaktah pratisamihitum, Shaktah pratisamihitum, Nanaganapi gandharva nasuranamarudganaha, Nanaganapi gandharva nasuranamarudganaha, Ramasya samare vegam, Shaktah pratisamihitum, Ramasya samare vegam, Shakta Pratisamhitum together. Nanaganapi Gandharvana Surana Marukkanaha Ramasya Samare Vekam Shakta Pratisamhitum. Na naga, na api gandharvaha, na asuraha, na maradgunaha. Neither the naga serpents, na api gandharvaha, nor the gandharvas, na asuraha, nor the rakshasas, na marudganaha, or the maruts. Okay. Ramasya, samare Ramasya vegam. Pratisamihitum shaktaha. Samare, in a battle. Ramasya vegam, Rama's speed. Pratisamihitum, to give back, to hit back. Na shaktaha. They are not capable. So none of them, the Nagas, Gandharvas, Asuras, Varutkanas, none of them in battle when faced with Rama's speed and might will be capable of giving back to Rama. Will be capable of hitting back at Lord Rama. So why is he not fighting for me? So this train of thought continues where she asks these questions. And then Hanuman's reply comes and the Sarga moves forward. So we will take more of it next